So once you've gone over the distance formula, chances are right after that, you're going to talk about the midpoint formula, or you might do midpoint formula first and then distance formula, but whatever the order, those two things kind of go together. And as its name suggests, the midpoint formula will tell us the halfway point, or the point directly in the middle of a line segment. So if we were to just eyeball this blue line segment here, right, we could say the midpoint's probably going to be like somewhere about there. Now there's an actual formula that you can use to figure out precisely what the x and y values of that point are going to be. And the formula looks like this. The midpoint of a line is equal to your x value. What you're going to do is you're going to add the x coordinates of the 2 points and then divide that sum by 2. And then to find the y coordinate of your midpoint, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to add the y values and then divide that number by 2. So let's look at this example over here. Right, the points on this line segment, this point up here, that's going to be 1, 5, and then down here it's going to be 4, -1. And kind of like with the distance formula problems, if it helps, you could call this point number 1 up here, and then this one point number 2. We could call this x1 and y1, and then down here x2 and y2, if that helps with the terms here and knowing which number to plug in where. But it doesn't matter which point you call point number 1. It doesn't matter which point you call point number 2. Just be consistent with it. Pick one and stick with it. So if I were to plug in the numbers for these variables here in this equation, what we would get is this. We get, if I do x1 plus x2, that's going to be 1 plus 4, all divided by 2. And then y1 plus y2, that's going to be 5 plus -1, then divide that by 2. Simplify everything. 1 plus 4 is 5, divided by 2. 5 plus -1 is 4, divided by 2. And then now we can do the division. So 5 divided by 2 is going to be 2.5, 2.5. And then 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2. So this is the midpoint that we got from using the formula. I'm going to plot this here on this line, and let's see if it does look like the midpoint. So I'm going to zoom in here and remind myself, okay, 2.5 and 2. So if I go to 2.5, which is like right about here, and then I go up to 2, right? My graph is not perfectly drawn to scale, but so it's going to be slightly off like that, but that looks pretty darn close to a middle point if you ask me. So this topic tends to be maybe a little bit easier than distance formula because the formula is a lot more easy to remember, and the point's kind of straightforward. So we'll do some practice in the next video.